What work did you do around your past limiting beliefs? That's a really good question. Number one thing is God. I can't do a lot of these answers without talking about God. So I really hope that everybody on here is on the same wavelength with that. The Lord, okay, Jesus Christ. Number two, practical things, okay, practical practices that I did. Journaling has been so massively powerful because here's the thing. You know what I do, guys? I think a lot of times people they're intimidated by journaling because they don't want anyone to find their journal, right? Like, how scary is that? Like, you're like, okay, I want a journal, but I don't want anyone to like stumble upon it. And the reason why I specifically say journaling is because I think there's a lot of power when you're writing with your mind and like mind, hand to paper. Like, it's like you're literally taking something from your brain and putting it into material. Okay. When you're doing that, you're almost like making contracts with yourself. Okay. Now, not just typing. You could go to your notes section technically and do this, but that's like a watered down a little bit. It works, but it's like a watered down version. Now, what I do is I will take not just a journal, but I will take pieces of paper, just regular pieces of paper, and just write down everything, every embarrassing, weird thought, cringy thought, sad moment, mad moment, just enraged moment, angry moment, all the negative emotions, right? All of the icky stuff, like just super embarrassing stuff. Maybe you'd only tell like your mom or your dad, like if you're close with your parents, like maybe you'd only tell your very, very best friend. And then even stuff that you would never tell a soul, like where you're just like, I can't even utter that. Like, I can't even believe my feelings were hurt because of that moment. I can't even tell anyone my feelings were hurt because of that moment, right? So I will write it out and then I rip it up. So I'll get it all out. I'll be like, why did that trigger me? And I'll sit with it for a second. Or I'll be like, why did I think that? Or why did I say that about myself? Or why, when that person said that? Like, I will write that out and I'll sit with it. And when you ask, it's almost like your brain has to, like, when it reads it on a paper, it has to like start processing. Like, when you're online and you are scrolling and you see words on the video, like as you're scrolling, your brain automatically wants to read it. Like you're just casually scrolling and it's like you stop and like if your brain, this is like a psychological thing that all of us humans do for whatever reason. When you see words, your brain just has to read it. I don't know have the scientific like breakdown of why that is, but it's just how our brains work. So when you're writing it out and you're like, why do I feel like I can't make money? Or why do I feel like I'm not worthy? Or why do I feel like, for example, when I told you guys my dad is an entrepreneur, my own father is an entrepreneur, but I didn't believe that I could do it. My own dad, like, paid for like so many things growing, like he was a provider, right? And I'm seeing it and I still had a cap, right? So it why do I feel like as a girl, a woman, like I can't do that, right? And then reading it out, like my eyeballs are looking at it. It then goes to, the question goes back into my brain and it's starting to pull like reasons, like, okay, because of this, because, there's limitations around being Black. There's limitations around being a woman. There's limitations around, being, coming from the family that I come, being in the city that I live in, being, all these random weird thoughts, right? And then you read it back again and as you're writing it out and you're being very, because that was one of them. Like for me, I'm like, again, as a young girl, I was very intimidated about the stock market. I didn't even know what that was. I didn't get it. Like, I did not understand what the stock market was. I would hear the words and I'd be like, stock, like a stocking, like market, like a grocery store. Like that's how embarrassingly like unknowledgeable I was about the stock market. And it was because in my brain 20 years ago, right, in my early 20s, I thought like only, again, don't want to offend anybody, this is just my personal sad experience. I only thought like older white men specifically, only they knew how to do the stock market. I don't know where, maybe movies, I don't know. No one told me that. And then even my dad was in the stock market. I'm like, well, my dad is a man. He's an Indian man. So then my mind went open more. I'm like, okay, well, if you're just a man, you're more smart at the stock market, right? Like, again, no one told me that. That was my own weird manifested thought. Like, it was just me being intimidated. Like, oh, well, I don't want to take the time, or I'm probably not going to be smart enough, whatever. So you write see how I just said those embarrassing words out loud? And I've already processed those things. So I can say it comfortably and not feel bad about it. Like, it's part of my story. It is what it is. So I journal and this, you can do this with anything. Then you read it back and then you unravel it. Say, well, is this actually true though? Like, is it because I'm a girl that I can't just, well, no, I have a brain just like a man does. So I can read just like a man does. So I can hire a coach just like anyone else. Like, you go back through and you process, is it true? So you start crossing things out. Nothing has to make sense. Like, I think with journal entries, I love journaling too, like in a cute little journal. But I was like, I have my journal, but I also don't want to, some of this stuff, I don't even want to read this back. Like, I just want to get it out and like never think about it. Like, I just want to get it out, process it, get it out. So even like, I don't even write like perfect. Like, I'll write really, really fast, scribbly. And I kind of have my, like, I'm just kind of like in a meditative, like, kind of closing my eyes and writing, closing my eyes and just kind of sitting with it for a second. And what I do is I will, get in a calm state of mind. Like, I don't just go from going to the grocery store, listening to my iPad, listening to a podcast, and then I sit down and start doing a trauma. No, you have to like kind of sit down, decompress, get my tea going, kind of like get some calming music going. Maybe you put on some like prayers or Bible scripture, whatever your thing is, right? You can put on some worship music and then just turn everything off and then just start to like go into town for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes will massively, oh, by the way, look how cute this is. I forgot that I put that on. It's like a cute little, so 10 minutes, right? That's what I do. That's my genuine thing. So it's blasted my mind open because no one has to see it, because after I write out all my gunk from my limiting beliefs and just weird experience, and some of the experiences you really did go through, right? So maybe someone really did say something racist, or maybe someone really did hurt your feelings, or maybe you really did look stupid that one time, or maybe you did say something silly that one time, or maybe you did sound dumb. Maybe you said something and you sounded dumb. Does that mean you are a dumb person? No, you said one sentence that was not a reflection of you. So release it, let it go. Like, you learn from it, you grow, you now know that you need to, become more well-versed in that topic or that particular subject and move on. And someone else is going to think you're an expert. So someone else probably thought you were dumb, but now someone 2 years later is going to think you're an expert because it triggered you to do the work. Do you see what I'm saying? So you just go through and on random pieces of paper, then after you get out all your gunk for 10 minutes and process it and just ask yourself, is this true? Well, no, it's not really true. Would you say this to somebody else? Like, if someone was telling you this stuff, you would want to encourage them and be like, no, that's not true, or no, you are better than that, or maybe, yeah, you do need to get better and learn, but you'll be fine, right? So then I look at it and then I literally say, I'm giving this to you, God. Like, I've processed this. I am giving this to you. Like, I have complete faith, and I'm going to rest in your peace and rest in your faith that this is not going to be a limiting belief for me anymore. And I literally rip it up into tiny pieces and then throw it in the trash. I don't even want those things in a journal entry. So I think sometimes when people like journal, it's like, oh, well, I don't want anyone to stumble upon it, I have the greatest head of hair on a man. I seriously could sell. There's no could. It's like, just do it. And I'm going to, like, people always talk to me about my hair. Like, that's just a whole nother journey. Like, there's just too many things on my plate, but like, I have to do a hair video because I keep telling people I'm going to do a hair video because I'm not really like into like here's how my hair routine. It's just not really me, but Christy, I hope that helps. Like, did that help at all? There's other things. I can do a whole video actually on like all the on what I do to like get over limiting beliefs, because it has been a journey. That has been my number one downfall. My number one downfall in my 2 decades of being a full-on adult has been limitations, limiting beliefs. And I think that's why I made the channel Embody Pursuit, because we're always in pursuit of embodying that next level. We want to become the embodiment of like, not just like kind of like fluffy, like, oh, my dreams, or that would be cool, or I wish I could do that, or oh, I'm never going to be able to do that. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not. No, we're going to embody what it is that we want. Like, when you embody something, you become it. It's like inside of your person, like it's inside of your shell, your temple. Like, you are, it's in your DNA now. You embodied it. And then you're in pursuit of the next one, right? So limiting beliefs is almost the opposite. It's a limitation on a belief, right? So you're like capping yourself. Embody pursuit is expansive. So I think like on a personal level, I made the channel to like force myself. I'm like, okay, well, if I teach other people how to do it, it'll force me to continue to evolve and believe that I can.